Shalom. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and truth is sincerity. Peace and salutations to the whole full leg scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to go into this a few tweets. Okay, this is gonna be a few tweets. And the topic is Brandon T. Jackson's, or this, it says Brandon T. Jackson says Cat Williams warned him about wearing a dress with Martin Lawrence in Big Mama House 3. Okay, and this whole conversation about men wearing dresses, predominantly, you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men who are the true children of Israel, they put you in these dresses because this is against the laws and commandments that your God has given you. So let me grab this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, fear the Most High, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So the Lord commanded us to keep his commandments, okay, to keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and his way of life, and not the way of lives of these heathens, and doing things really jeopardizing your integrity for money or fame or gain. That's against the ways of YAHAWASHI, our true God, or the true God, our God, the God of the Bible. Now, in this series of videos, it's gonna be a few videos I want to show. It's going to show you, how destroyed our people have become, and the things that they'll do for fame, okay, in the society. Also, how wicked this world is, and how Esau is, the devil. He's a devil. And he does all these things on purpose because he knows who we are. Okay, he knows who we are, and he wants to keep us from our power. So let me just grab this real quick. And I don't want to make this too long, so I'm, just touch on certain points as I go and grab these scriptures. Let's go ahead and play the video.
In the dress, there's a big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Cat Williams. Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
He called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, don't get in the dress. So the awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
Yeah. Was there like, how did they present that? Well, you knew right away you had to get in the dress.
I did the scene on lottery ticket.
Okay.
That scene on lottery ticket. After that, they were pushing his dress on me. It was something about that scene that touched a lot of people, and I think I was too real. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy? You know what I mean? And then it's like,
all right, so before I go any further, the scene he's talking about, I'm going to show you that scene, Yahawah Ratazah, as the video goes on. But he mentioned how Cat Williams was heckling him, in the media, and what he realized that Cat Williams was telling him, what was really just, being real, telling him the truth and looking out for him. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Okay, so that was open rebuke. He was openly telling you, correcting you from making that, bad decision. And he's going to say how that what that decision did to him, and how it has changed his life since he make it, and he regret making a decision. But you had somebody come to you, with a stern rebuke, and Jake don't like to hear stern rebuke. You see, so he said in another video how he was young, and naive, now he understands it. And this individual, Brandon T. Jackson, is now claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite. But I will say this too, and I'm gonna play this clip too. I got another video where, he's pretty much backtracking and going back into the music because he got to make money. Okay, not the music, the damn industry, because he got to make money. All right, so let's play some more.
You know what? Yeah, he might be a kid. Just put him in a dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that is not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. And no, not to hate your culture or your God. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. Sit down, man. Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah. Is there any
even with Martin, things went wrong when he did it too, because Martin is very anointed. Martin is a very strong man. And Dave Chappelle said that too. He says things about that too. And something, if you look at Martin's Arsenio Hall interviews, you look at him now, something's changed. You know? Yeah,
well, Martin, I noticed that too.
It's not a shot, but something's changed.
No, he definitely had like a lot of fire behind a lot of energy. He's gotten
similar to me.
He's gotten older, but I don't think he's gotten that old.
Eddie Murphy's old. He still has a fire to him too. I don't think it's an age thing. Yeah. I mean, my dad has a fire. He's almost.
You think maybe it was more of the business that kind of it took so much out of him?
Honestly, I think it's a spiritual thing, but everyone has.
And he's dropping some, some dimes right here. I just want to dissect this as I go. Now he said, how it's against our culture to wear, for men to wear dresses, and he's absolutely right. That's called cross-dressing. Okay, and there's a reason why they want, Jake to do this in these movies, because they pushing a vibration to the youth. This is a modern day buck breaking. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. Right, so we not supposed to be wearing no dresses. A man should wear no dress. Neither should a woman be wearing, pants and stuff, man. Now they started that with the whole women's lib movement, and they started, that's when women started wearing pants. And now they're so used to it, they think it's natural, but that's not the way the Lord designed things. But also with men wearing dresses, because now they're trying to normalize that, men wearing dresses, and that's not natural either. And that's what he said, it's against our customs. It's a spiritual thing, okay? And he said ever since he did that, he's been cursed. All right, so I'll go back to that. I'm gonna come back to this. Let me grab that real quick. Because if you break these, which you're reading in this Bible is a book of laws, a book of commandments, and the Lord has commanded you not to do certain things, and giving you laws of things not to do and what you can do. And if you do these things, then guess what? You're going to be cursed. Okay, so let's go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. We all know this scripture. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." All right, and this is what's happened to our people, because they didn't obey, they didn't hearken. They have and observe to do all the commandments and statutes which the Lord has told us, commanded us. It says that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So Brandon T. Jackson, what he's saying here is that since he put on that dress, he has been cursed. Okay, he's saying since he put on that dress, he's been cursed. And I'm putting this up raw. I ain't going. I'm just gonna allow the spirit to flow, and it's gonna go where it go. All right. But he said ever since he put on that dress, he's been cursed. So let's bring it back. This is the literal, commandment, or law that you are, told to keep as being Israelite. That's why he made a difference between our people, us and them, because he's more likely talking to an Edomite, somebody who appears to be Edomite. It says Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination to Yahweh thy power." Let me grab this in the NLT real quick, just so we can see if it goes a little deeper. You know, the NOT is something serious, man. All right, just so we can go a little deeper on this topic, because hey, there's a reason why they want you in that dress. All right, let me play some more.
Their own journey. I can't say what it is. I don't know. I think, for me, I can only speak for my journey. Once I put the dress on and I had that fire was put out.
Yeah.
And I only did it one time. So imagine doing it 3 times, 4 times. But then Tyler Perry did it. He got stronger. I don't know the rules. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened to me. I'm not here to knock another brother because that's their path.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't do is knock my brothers because that's their path. But I'm saying my path, when I put on a dress, it came with it.
We gonna knock the shit out your ass and let you know. That's off, and that's love. It says Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5 in the NLT, a woman must not put on men's clothing, and a man must not wear woman's clothing. So a dress is woman's clothing. Okay, your men ain't supposed to be wearing no woman's clothing. Anyone who does this detestable, it's like anyone who does this is detestable in the sight of the Lord Yahweh thy power. Right? So the Most High is disgusted with you whenever you're doing this. It's disrespectful. It's a shame. And we are, created in the image, of the Lord. Like you, a royal people. I'm going to bring that out of my lesson earlier. A royal people. I'll grab that. All right, but you get that picture. A royal people, and you don't ever see a royalty doing things, so downgrading and below. Okay, it's not something that you see. It's not. At least you're not supposed to see. It says 1 Peter chapter 2, and the reason why this happens as well is because our people don't know who they are. If you knew who you were, you would move differently. You wouldn't allow these certain things to take hold on you. It says 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Right, so we got to show forth the praise of him who have called us out of darkness to his marvelous light. And when we go around here doing things like that, we are showing so like we are showing darkness.
A demon baby mama and a starter kit for hell. That's what happened to me. You haven't seen me since, to be honest. But then I feel stronger though.
Would you warn other stand-up comedians about a dress?
Yeah, I had an interview too where I would do it. I would do it eloquently and say I wouldn't wear the dress if you're chosen. Some people can wear the dress; it doesn't affect them. But I don't know. For me, it didn't work. So I can say I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Just who wants to roll that dice?
Yeah, and as you look back on it now, you kind of would never.
If I had a time machine, we was with Marty McFly, I would go back, and punch myself in the chest.
There you go. He said that he pretty much was going into how he regretted, all the things that he would do, to try to not bring it back. I'm gonna grab a few more of these videos real quick.
Degree. Like when I connect dots, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's...
I'm sure some of you have seen this video before. Same thing with, the Cat Williams clip. I'm just going to play, pieces of this. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So you can't be ignorant. Okay? You got to be aware of your surroundings. And when you see these things going on, where this devil is doing these things and pushing these vibrations, you got to actually consider, what is he trying to get out of this? All right, what is this about? All right, let me go here. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 38, But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. And that's the majority of people. They're going to be ignorant. All right. And one more, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, that Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And a lot of our people are ignorant. This is how Satan gets an advantage of you. That's how he got advantage of Brandon T. Jackson. He was ignorant. But once you have this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, you won't be ignorant anymore. Okay. That's why Brandon T. Jackson said you couldn't pay the Awaken Me $1 trillion to put on a dress. All right, that's why he said that. All right, which, you know, I doubt it. You know, a lot of these guys that sell out, you know, they're gonna keep selling out.
Dressing here.
They want that money.
They come in. It's the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a prostitute.
Now you've seen this. I ain't gonna play this whole thing.
Come on.
Be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said.
That's the yeah. So you know, it's I ain't gonna play all these videos.
Yeah, I seen an interview where you mentioned that same particular quote. If I can make a living without selling my soul, you said in 2016 in an interview with the journalist Kat Harvey. That's pretty big in terms of the conversations about selling your soul in Hollywood. Have you kind of witnessed things that you've seen others tend to lose themselves in this game?
I know some people now who would do anything to be famous. I know some people that are in the game that are moderately famous that would do anything to take it up another level. I know some people in Hollywood that are financially comfortable that would do anything to take it up a notch.
And this is Jake. All right, now you know. See, this is the I forgot his name in the movie. I don't know his name in real life, but he the one that said barbecue. You know, this is Jake. You know, he's explaining, you know, the reality of this world. Majority of you Jakes will sell the fuck out, you know, just to get, you know, more fame or money or power. Jake will sell out, and Jake will do things to pretty much, you know, compromise their integrity. And this is why, you know, the scriptures speak so much about, you know, the meek and the lowly. You know, because if you was to be rich, you know, then you know that come with a lot more demons, which we'll grab that. But I'm gonna play some more. Let's just play it. Bring it back.
Who would do anything to be famous? I know some people that are in the game that are moderately famous that would do anything to take it up another level. I know some people in Hollywood that are financially comfortable that would do anything to take it up a notch. I mean, you know, that's your prerogative, but you know.
Now you would do Friday. You know, we got Friday, next Friday, then Friday after next. Naturally, things kind of progressed, moved on. But was there a reason why we stopped seeing you in more movies? Did you kind of make a decision to kind of step away from Hollywood?
No, I was never offered a whole lot of minutes. I was on Grace Under Fire for a year.
Okay.
Which was television, not movies. And, you know, I did some bit parts and other things with, you know, I was on Steve Harvey, guest appearance, Steve Harvey and Tracy Morgan's show. But no offers came in movie-wise that I thought would be good for me to do, and that I could, I hate to keep bringing it up, that I could tolerate in my soul. Now, I got offered some parts that I said, I can't do that. Even though it's acting, and then it would start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that so far away? What do you want me to be a woman for when you got black women actresses who are funny in Hollywood, been out there trying to make it, and you want to give me a part like that?
So they try to put you in a dress?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was kind of like, you know, you gonna bite this bullet and then you in. Well, you got the wrong nigga.
It's like a hazing thing.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
seen
So
it.
you got the wrong niggas. So that's the thing. You gotta have some integrity about yourself. And you know, I've seen this. You know, and this is kind of a lot. Really dear to me because like I always mentioned before I came into the truth. I was in the music thing. And another thing I was doing was I was actually in I was doing business with an agency. Because I wanted to be an actor or whatever as well. That was originally my goal. And the only reason I was doing these things, not because I had a love or passion for these things, but more so because I wanted to make money. Okay, I wanted to make money and be able to sustain my family and families, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand, now that the only way we're going to do that is in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, because if you try to do it on this side, you have to sell your soul to the devil. You have to sell out. You have to do, compromising things that in your soul you might not be able to live with. And this is why Brandon Jackson said what he said. This is why this man is saying what he's saying. I believe his name is Leroy, Uncle Leroy, in the movie. All right, but he said so. He said some heavy stuff right there, man. He said if that's your prerogative, you know. But he said, I ain't that type of nigga, and that's good. You gotta. There's very few Jakes that still have integrity, to um, to walk that down that dark road. A lot of people they're gonna go for the glitz and glamour no matter how they gotta get it. All right, and that's just the unfortunate truth about this reality that we are living in. And you Jake be so damn through. They'll do anything for a chance to shine. All right, let me grab this right here real quick. This is the scene that he was talking about. That when they saw this scene, this is when they made Brandon T. Jackson. They came to him about that damn dress because and this scene right here was improv. Okay, so they told him to go in there and just do it. And he did it, and that's why he said that scene was so real, which just was a very real scene. But listen to what he's saying. It says that lottery ticket scene he did is still one of the realest scenes I have ever seen that lives rent free in my head. Hold on, let me go back up here real quick. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. All right, yep. So Don D.C. Curry says Hollywood tried to give him roles wearing a dress after Friday After Next. After Friday After Next, actor D.C. Curry says during Hollywood tried Holly weird. The word the Holly comes from the damn this damn tree. Made of hollows, what they call it hollows wood, or something along those lines, and it was made for witch wands and sorcery. So it's a bunch of sorcery in that world, in that industry, and this is how they keep the people this is how they keep people entertained and distracted with Hollywood. It says tried to put him in a dress, but he refused. You got the wrong nigga, right? So I'll play this.
With cars. I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of worrying about with cars. I'm sick of worrying about the government. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that, Kev. Nobody else. You. Kevin, if I had the money, not only will I give back, I would change lives.
So yeah, they was they wanted him because of that scene. But I remember a while ago, Bow Wow made a tweet. Bow Wow made a tweet or whatever, pretty much talking shit about Brandon T. Jackson for not wanting to do movies no more. Pretty much called saying that how he left. He pretty much left or whatever, yada yada yada. Oh yeah, he went on some spiritual stuff or something like that. I did a video on a while back, which we done videos on all these things. It says
Starring Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Kevin has been definitely trying to get involved with more dramatic roles.
Yeah.
He's been doing a great job. I think you even praised him for the role.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that did stand out in regards of Kevin wearing a skirt and a kilt.
Yeah.
What was more so of the essence about that?
I love Kevin Hart. Anything I feel about the dress is in my last interview. I already did that. I already talked about that. And that's been done. I think that we're at a place now where we gotta look past our differences and love each other.
He whatever. But like I was saying about the whole agency thing, I was actually in business with an agency, and I was really paying them, and they was give me different roles and stuff to do. But I didn't really ever even get to do any of the roles, because all the roles that they was giving me was on some sus shit, man. It was either some gay stuff or something I just wasn't down with. And I noticed that after watching these videos is that that's really all they was trying to give me. And pretty much that's the way that you make it in Hollywood. You see Will Smith, one of his first movies, he had to do some gay stuff. But that's how you make it in that industry. They want to see it. It's not about talent. It's about how low you will go, how much they can control you and use you as a weapon, really, to destroy your own people. All right, that's how this man gets down. Let me grab this right here. It says 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 3. It says, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord YAHAWASHI, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. So if any man does not, get with this program and the scriptures and what the Bible says, and the right way of life instead of the wrong way of life, and just living like a damn beast out here, it says he is proud, knowing nothing. But doteth about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy. Or doteth about questions and strifes, pretty much trying to make it a debate. It's just truth ain't up for debate. If you can't get it, then we moving on. It says he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil sermonings. Okay. It says perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. Okay, and this is the problem with our people. Okay, they think that gain is godliness, so they'll do anything, to get that gain, but it's gonna make you less godly. All right, it says, from such withdraw thyself. So individuals like this, the Lord said to withdraw yourself. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, godliness with contentment, being content. You got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach. Be content. So like, yeah, you don't need 3 mansions, because you ain't gonna, hardly ever, see them. You're gonna be too busy easy, because all these people are these celebrities of, so-called celebrities, and rappers and actors and ball players. All they really are is high-paid slaves, because all they doing is working all the time, and they don't even see majority of these damn, stuff that they got, and then they can't do what they want to do with their money. They can't do what they want to do with that money, or Esau take it back. He only let you buy what he allow you to buy. But you want to do something for your people, you ain't gonna be able to do it. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, and in a certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Here's the point. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. And that's how they tempt you and snare you. Oh, you want to go further? And I just watched this video. It was a documentary. You can watch it on YouTube. I shared it in my community post about a documentary called it's called as in secret, or something like that, as in secret, or something along those lines. But it pretty much reveals how a lot of these kids that grow up going working with Disney and Nickelodeon and stuff. They have like these managers or whatever. These people that's pretty much helping them in that career, and they be touching on them kids, man. Molesting those kids and stuff. All right, so that's a whole other thing. But it just shows you how wicked this world is. Okay, how perverse and evil, and really, when you go into it, you're gonna find out that Satan is really behind, everything that you see in this world and society. This world has been given over to Satan, but our Lord is about to conquer, and He's going to establish a righteous kingdom. You see, with His people. Salakia. It says, and they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Okay, so they fall for many snares and temptations, and foolish and hurtful lusts, right? Because they want more and more and more. So then what are you gonna do for more? A lot of people end up doing things that they can't come back from, which drown men in destruction and perdition. That's what Brandon C. Jackson said. He was cursed. He started catching hell. Which I got one more video of him. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through. Salakia. I'm gonna get ready to close. Salakia. These bodies, man. It's getting late, so my body's starting to give out on me. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. But let me just grab a few more. It says, for the love of money. Salakia. And not money, but the love of money. Okay, people, they love money because it means gain. It means more opportunities. So for the love of money is the root of all evil, because people do anything to get that money. It says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's what Brandon T. Jackson realized. When he did what he did, he was erring from the faith and being pierced through with many sorrows. But thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. So flee these things. Don't be like these other jakes selling out. It says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. Right? So, this is why this truth is important, man. I see some picture down here. Here we go. And I might make this a thumbnail, but as you see in this picture, you got all these, Jakes, Wesley Snipes, Tyler Perry, Wesley Snipes, Marlon Wayans, the guy off of Pulp Fiction, which she played a shitty scene in that movie too. He literally got buck broke in that scene. That movie. I forgot that guy's name. What's this guy? Tarrant. Damn, I forgot his name too. But this guy right here, he said he got groped by a damn Hollywood elite. I forgot his name. Terrence something. It don't matter. None of their names matter. But he got groped by a damn Edomite at a party. The Wayans brothers, Martin Lawrence. It's Martin Lawrence. Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx. That's the motherfucker that play what's his name? What's the show? House? It don't matter. Will Smith, Wesley Snipes, Chris Rock, I forgot his name too. Cedric the Entertainer, Chris Rock. Yeah, that's Chris Rock. So it goes on and on, man. This is and then of course Kevin Hart. I might put that as a thumbnail. But that's this is what we're talking about. Jake selling out, Jake transgressing the laws of the Most High, forcing gain. And then I'm gonna grab this too. I'm gonna grab it at camp. I didn't even get a chance to grab it. But I'll close out with this. Because this is why Esau got, have Jake doing that. Okay. Before I go there, let's go here. And I want to play this video right here. I'm gonna just leave it like this. It ain't gonna be, but you see, the clip. Let's see.
Putting on the dress. He didn't do it happily. They realized he was going to be a problem, something that Brandon made clear when he left the industry behind. In this video posted by Brandon, he explains why he abandoned Hollywood. He told those listening that he left because he became smarter and no longer wanted to be a slave to the...
This video is The Truth Is, which I already had these videos, queued up for a minute. But I never got a chance to go into it, but I saw that this individual from this channel, The Truth Is, went into it the other day. So I was like, yeah, no, I gotta go into it. I'm catching up on a lot of videos because there's a lot of things going on in the world, and I do want to report on these things, as I find time, and I just pray to be edifying to the hopeful elect, but it's like I said, it's a lot of things going on in the world. We got to report on these things. But this is a huge thing with the whole Cat Williams thing, which I just sat back and I've just been listening and paying attention before I jumped up and did any videos about it, because a lot of stuff that these people are saying, is allegedly, and even with that, Cat Williams, hey, that got in, got in that world a little bit too. He's telling on everybody else because, whatever. But anybody who's on the TV screen, they done had to do some compromising things to get on that screen, man. All right, let's play some more.
Industry.
What happened to Brandon D. Jackson? Maybe I got smarter, had a spiritual experience, learned who I was, learned how to play the game.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout if you were in a traffic collision within the...
Maybe it's because I don't want to be a slave anymore.
Brandon, after selling out and wearing the dress, realized that Cat Williams is right. It wasn't worth selling out for temporary fame. He also realized that the industry was being controlled by people with agendas and disturbing goals for the masses. He didn't want to be a part of pushing that agenda, so he decided to leave Hollywood and turn away from the demonic industry. Well, that was until he needed money again and wanted to make a comeback. Just recently...
So there you go. He needed money again and wanted to make a comeback. But I want to touch on the agendas part. He said there's agendas, people that have agendas in this world. And this is the agenda. It's to keep Jake in sin. They want to keep you in sin so they can continue to rule over you. This is the book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this should be their ruin, and let us go up, and we should overcome them. So this is, a heathen talking to his, governor. It's like a army passing by the children of Israel, and they said, if there be any sin, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God. So if we sin against our God, breaking these commandments, which the wages of the sin is transgression of the law, and the wages of sin is death. So if we break any of these commandments, coming against, the ways of our God, it says, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. The Lord will allow these people to take over us, continue to destroy us. It says, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. And that's what's happened. We have been overcome. Why? Because we disobey in the ways of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, his, law, statutes, commandments that he set up before us. It says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. Right? So they understood that. These nations, they understand that, if we serving our God and keeping his ways, then he will fight for us. But if we're, disobeying and going against him and his ways, then they can, conquer us. And that's how we just got in this position in the first place, because we were just obeying the Lord and going off. So this is how they got over us, and still over us to this day. And to stay over us, they keep us in sin. They promote sin. That's why they want these, individuals to put on the dress, because Jake gonna be watching, and they gonna say, oh, if I want to get, in that limelight, in that industry, I got to do this and do that, and a lot of people will fucking do it. I done seen all type of shit. I don't see people compromise their integrity for, false promises, of riches and fame, plenty of times. Okay, so and all this will just make you think about when this Karagma comes out. That's gonna be another form of selling out. A lot of you people are gonna sell the hell out. Yeah, a lot of you jakes are gonna sell the hell out, man. If you don't have the spirit of the Lord on you, you're gonna sell out. You saw what he did in that damn clip of of lottery ticket. He said, "I'm broke." He said, "I need to eat." Some shit he said, man. So Jake was, and they saw how, that everything he did right there, that was improv. That came from the heart. The nigga was really trying to get that scene. He was trying to get that role, or whatever. And that's how you Jake's gonna be, when that Karagma come out. Truth be told, a lot of you niggas gonna run up there and take it. And we pray the Lord don't, keep us in the spirit of not taking it, okay, and teaching against it. All right, so it says, but if there be any iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them. Our Lord will defend us, and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world, right? And so these nations know that. They know that the Lord will, and that happened with Egypt, and Pharaoh. They became a reproach unto all the world whenever they came up against the children of Israel when our Lord was for us. All right, so let me play this. But watch how this guy backtracks. Watch how he said he needed that money again. All right, pretty much he needed that money again. So let's play this, and I'm gonna close out.
Then after selling out and wearing the dress, realized that Cat Williams is right. It wasn't worth selling out for temporary fame. He also realized that the industry was being controlled by people with agendas and disturbing goals for the masses. He didn't want to be a part of pushing that agenda, so he decided to leave Hollywood and turn away from the demonic industry. Well, that was until he needed money again and wanted to make a comeback. Just recently, Brandon did an interview where he is singing a completely different tune. He is no longer the brave man who learned his lesson and was talking against the industry. Instead, he is now denying that.
This is after he was claiming to be heroes, but he came here trying to make money. He was very lucrative. He was trying to make some damn money. That's what he was about. All right, that's why the little spirit didn't really sup with him, and now he's back out there trying to get back to work.
There is a group of people that are secretly controlling the industry and pushing agendas, something he stated himself years back. In this new interview, he seems to try and disprove what Cat Williams recently said during his Shannon Sharpe interview. If you have been paying attention, so many comedians have been responding to Cat Williams, trying to discredit what he said in his last interview. They are doing this because...
Let me grab this too right here real quick. Matthew chapter 19, verse 23, it says, Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of the Most High. It's like in the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because, not saying that it's impossible for Jake, to repent and come into, but it's gonna be hard. It's hard to find. Why? Because they don't want to give up that more riches and that fame. And Brandon T. Jackson called himself, leaving it behind, coming to serve the Lord. He found that he Hebrew Israelite, but now he's going back. Why? Because that ain't that money. He's fell into that snare and that temptation. Hurtful lust, foolish and hurtful lust. It says, and again I say unto you, it is easier for the camel to go through the eye of a needle, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, which is like a little hole in the wall. And it wasn't impossible for the camel to go through it, but before the camel could go through it, it had to pretty much, and the camel, a camel carries a lot of baggage. It's just pretty much like a transportation animal. Well, before it can go through that hole, through that hole in the wall, the eye of a needle, then it has to, crouch down and has to, take all that baggage off of its back. So it has to get low, humble itself, and it has to, to drop all that baggage. And a lot of these celebrities, they don't want to do that. Okay, they don't want to be brought low, and they don't want to drop all the baggage. They want the fancy cars, the clothes, the shoes, the houses, and all these things that are of this world. So what do? They end up going right back, where they started,
They know what Cat Williams said is the truth, so all of Hollywood is coming out to discredit him. In this interview, Brandon is asked about Cat Williams' comments on Kevin Hart being an industry plant. Immediately, Brandon becomes defensive and denies it, going on to claim that people call him an industry plant all the time.
Cat Williams said Kevin Hart was an industry plant.
What does that mean?
I was going to ask you, what does an industry plant mean?
I don't know. They keep calling me that.
We're going to make you the R because you're going to get other...
I don't know what it means. I don't know what an industry plant means.
Because this video that I'll be watching, it was put up a day ago. So this video right here that we watching right now is 6 days ago. So this nigga just recently started backtracking. Figures.
Every time someone explains to me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
because okay, let's do it like this. Let's shut this whole woke thing down for 2 seconds. The woke spirit, which I love, everybody love. If you're using, and I'm gonna say it right now, religion to race to whatever you believe in, you're using American money.
Come on now.
Once you use American money, you're all in the Illuminati. How about that? Let's do it like that.
How that? We're all part of this.
No, exactly.
We're part of the system. You want to get higher in the totem pole.
Soon as you talk junk, soon as you say all this cool stuff, soon as you say, oh, I'm woke, I'm away from the crowd, the moment you accept American currency or anything in the IMF, you are a part of the system. I don't care.
That's how.
I'm tired of this whole, hey man, he real, but he not. He this, he that. You're accepting American currency. You tell me to leave my job, religion, and you tell me certain religions and say, leave Babylon, don't be a part of the system, but then give me a check. I got a job. I can't give you a check now. I can't donate to your church. Leave the Hollywoods. I can't donate to the church. It's a scam. So that's why with my ass back to work, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can do, have a great time, and enjoy my family.
There you go.
Pinky blinders.
There you go.
You hear that?
As you heard for yourself, Brandon claims he doesn't even.
And you tell me certain religions and say leave or anything in the IMF.
He's talking about the Hebrew Israelites that certain religious sin. I gotta leave my job and my house. You know, he's talking about the Hebrew Israelite thing. He was not trying to be a Hebrew Israelite. You know, found out. You know, he nigga went right back into the world. Let me grab that. Which, you know, the guy wasn't doing no videos. He wasn't. You know, he was trying to make some money. He don't know. He don't know probably the slightest thing to being a Hebrew Israelite. But if he came in this thing and started, you know, carrying that torch. You know, sort of, kind of. But he put down the plow, okay? And that's one thing about, you know, coming into this truth. It's blood in, it's blood out. You don't just go back into the world. You know, and all you guys that have done that, you have become an enemy unto YAHAWASHI. It's disrespectful. Lord died for you. And for you to go back into the world, that, man, you know, which, you know, guys, whoever go back into the world is the Lord that set it up anyways. But you got to endure. Scripture says, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. It says Luke chapter 9, verse 62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow, and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. And that's what Brandon T. Jackson is doing. He's looking back now. Okay, he's looking back. All right, he's thinking about it. But he said he went back to work. Let's let it play. Well, I ain't playing now. This is ridiculous.
Soon as you say all this cool stuff, soon as you say, oh, I'm woke, I'm away from the crowd, the moment you accept American currency or anything in the IMF, you are a part of the system. I don't care.
That's how.
I'm tired of this whole, hey man, he real, but he not. He this, he that. You're accepting American currency. You tell me to leave my job, religion, and you tell me certain religions and say, leave Babylon, don't be a part of the system, but then give me a check. I got a job. I can't give you a check now. I can't donate to your church. Leave the Hollywoods. I can't donate to the church. It's a scam. So that's why with my ass back to work, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can do, have a great time, and enjoy my family.
There you go.
Pinky blinders.
There you go.
As you heard for yourself, Brandon claims he.
That's why when he called himself coming into the truth, he you know, he went back because he wanted that money, and he came into the truth. He was trying to make money, you know, talking about Hebrew Israelite bank and all this crazy shit. And that nigga tried to pull a fast one. Look at him. This nigga tried to pull a fast one, boy. He was talking about a Hebrew Israelite bank and debit card and use this debit card and only for the Hebrew Israelite. Come on, nigga. Nigga went back into the world, man. He got long dreads. His haircut cut all weird, you know, gold tee. Jake Jake be on some weird shit. I ain't gonna hold it. I don't know why I keep doing this.
Doesn't even know what an industry plan is. Then he completely switches the subject and tells the interviewer, if you use US currency, you are a part of the Illuminati, claiming that by using this currency, you're a part of their system, so that makes you a member. This is clearly him deflecting with a terrible point at that. In no way does using American currency make a person a part of the Freemason, which is what Brandon is actually talking about. Our country is controlled by Freemasons. They put their symbol on the currency to demonstrate their dominance. In order to live in this country, we have to use the country's currency to pay and buy what we need in this society. While the Freemasons do own America, us living in America doesn't make us a part of their club. Joining the Masonic order or becoming a Freemason or selling out like Brandon did is when you become a Masonic puppet, and that's when you're in their club. The money is how they get people to sell out, just like Brandon did for the Mama's House movie. This was Brandon deflecting because he knows himself he is an industry plant. Looking into his upbringing in the industry, he just randomly got an opportunity out of nowhere, which doesn't make any sense. From there, his career just kept going and going and going. It clearly seemed that they chose him and put him in a position to win. Brandon makes it clear he decided to go back. From there, his career just kept going and going and going. It clearly seemed that they chose him and put him in a position to win. Brandon makes it clear he decided to go back to Hollywood because he needs to make money.
Don't be a part of the system, but then give me a check. I got a job. I can't give you a check now. I can't donate to your church. Lead the Hollywoods. I can't donate to the church. It's a scam. So that's why I went my ass back to work, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can do and have a great time and enjoy my family.
He is selling out once again, just like he did with the Big Mama House movie. He knows Hollywood is Babylon, but he is willing to go back to the evil to make money. In another part of the interview, Brandon once again contradicts his past statements on the Illuminati, as he claims is all fake.
What's up? Have you been to a P. Diddy party? I'm just saying, like, you know, you're in these crowds.
He's trying to put the power bottom spirit on me. I'm bro.
Power bottom spirit.
Y'all wild for that.
I'm saying, have you attended? Have you got invited to one of these?
Edit this right, man.
Have you been into these rooms where these?
And I leave 30 minutes for the devil get there. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, there you go.
That's what Denzel says. Leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
So, and I'm glad you're here because we're talking to someone who is part of you're in it.
They always got these Illuminati.
Yeah, so you're in it.
Illuminati.
So you know, we're just regular people watching. You know, we're just consumers.
I know, but it's a scam. The whole Illuminati thing is not even real like that. I don't think it's real. It's just
Big Mama. They got me with that one.
I was gonna ask you
that was one Illuminati movie they got me with. I didn't know.
That was one Illuminati movie they got me with. I didn't know.
Act like it's some conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy.
As you heard for yourself, Brandon called the Illuminati, which we know is the Freemasons, a scam, claiming that they're not even real. Not only is he contradicting what he said, but now he's denying something we know is. We know the Freemasons have a lot of power and control Hollywood, and they always.
I think that's the point. You know, Jake sold out. All right, Jake sold out, man, and a lot of you Israelites was, you know, fawning over this guy. Oh, Brandon T. Jackson, he a Hebrew Israelite. No, that nigga ain't no Hebrew Israelite, man. All right, not all Israel is of Israel, you know. And if you gonna come say you a Hebrew Israelite, you got to be serving the Lord, as the scriptures say, man. You know, you should be going out, you know, to the camp, being at somebody's camp, holding a psalm or reading a psalm, you know, and start teaching these scriptures. You know, and don't make it all about some damn money. It ain't all about some damn money, man. All right, that right there is a sign that a guy is you know, not, you know, I'm gonna say not in the right spirit. You're making this thing all about some damn money. All right, but that's the point. All right, I just want to touch on that real quick before I end up, you know, going to bed. Praise lessons be edifying to the for elect. Shalom, Kwam Sharala, Bible Ball. Yeah, man. Double honor said others and apostles of Great Millstone taught us his truth. As Cat Williams, you know, said this year was going to be the year of truth or something like that. So a lot of things are going to be exposed this year, you know, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, which is going to lead to, you know, a lot of changes, you know, so be mindful, you know, stay upon your watchtower, keep, you know, keep watching, you know, we watching for these prophecies because they coming. And we're getting closer and closer to the end of this place. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Kwam Sharala, a Bible Ball.